Welcome to Generational Wealth Wars. First, we will set the stage with the single best piece of advice for your child's financial future. Start investing immediately and let compounding do the heavy lifting. Then, we will navigate the battlefield of account choices, 529 plans versus custodial accounts, and show you how to avoid costly traps. Finally, we will equip you with a step-by-step blueprint you can act on today. Here is the agenda. First, we will explain why timing is crucial. Next, we will unpack how compounding works in your favor. Then, we will compare 529 plans and custodial accounts. After that, we will propose a simple, low-cost portfolio. We will also flag common products to avoid. Finally, we will walk through a straightforward action plan and test your understanding with quick quizzes. Let us begin with timing. The earlier you invest, the longer compounding can work, which dramatically increases outcomes. Putting off the first contribution by even a few years can cost tens of thousands by age 18. Therefore, starting now is more impactful than optimizing later. Now, let us clarify compounding. Compounding is growth on growth. Returns from prior years remain invested and earn additional returns. As an illustration, consider a $5,000 initial contribution at birth, plus $2,400 per year through age 18. With a hypothetical 7% average annual return, the total can approach $100,000 by age 18. The exact figure varies with contributions, fees, and market performance, but the principle is consistent. Early investing amplifies outcomes. Treat every gift and early check as seed capital for the family's long-term wealth, not as short-term savings. Next, we compare the two main vehicles. A 529 plan offers tax-advantaged growth when used for qualified education expenses. Some states add tax deductions or credits, and beneficiaries can often be changed among family members, which adds flexibility within the family. It is also usually treated more favorably than custodial assets in aid formulas. However, if funds are not used for qualified expenses, taxes and penalties may apply. On the other side, UGMA and UTMA custodial accounts allow spending on any purpose, from education to a first home or a business. These accounts do not offer the 529 specific education tax advantages. The child generally assumes control at the age of majority per your state, and unearned income can be subject to kiddie tax rules. Additionally, these assets are typically considered the child's in financial aid calculations, which can reduce aid. The choice depends on your family's priorities for tax efficiency versus flexibility. Here is a quick comparison table. The 529 plan prioritizes tax-advantaged education funding with beneficiary flexibility and typically more favorable aid treatment. The UGMA or UTMA prioritizes broad flexibility at the cost of specific tax advantages, and control generally shifts to the child at the age of majority. Consider how each row aligns with your family's goals. Moving on, this flowchart guides you through the decision. It begins with your primary priority. If you want to maximize education-related tax benefits, the 529 branch highlights qualified expense rules, beneficiary changes, and general financial aid advantages. If you want maximum flexibility, the UGMA or UTMA branch emphasizes that funds can be used for any purpose, acknowledges the shift of control to the child at the age of majority, and references kiddie tax considerations. A side decision reminds families with multiple children that 529 beneficiary transfers can keep capital productive within the family. Both paths converge on the ultimate directive. Start now with low-cost index funds. Now let us translate strategy into action. First, select the account type that aligns with your priority. Second, open a low-cost account at a reputable provider with minimal fees. Third, pick a simple set of broad market index funds covering stocks and bonds. Fourth, automate contributions to ensure consistent investing. Fifth, treat every gift as seed capital, deploying it promptly into the investment plan. Sixth, if you have multiple children, use beneficiary strategies in a 529 to keep funds productive within the family. Seventh, rebalance occasionally to maintain your target allocation while minimizing costs. Finally, document your goals and schedule periodic reviews so the plan remains disciplined. Next, this pie chart shows a straightforward starter allocation. 60% in United States stocks, 20% in international stocks, and 20% in bonds. Your actual allocation should reflect your time horizon and risk tolerance. For very long horizons, some families choose a higher equity percentage. For shorter horizons or lower risk tolerance, a larger bond or cash allocation may be more appropriate. Furthermore, the timeline outlines key checkpoints. At birth, open the account and seed an initial contribution. By age 5, increase contributions and ensure automation. By age 10, review allocation and fees to keep costs low. By age 15, discuss goals with your child, align expectations, and verify any beneficiary options if using a 529. At age 18, deploy funds according to the plan. Qualified education expenses for a 529, or flexible uses for a UGMA or UTMA. Additionally, avoid common traps. Complex, high-commission products often prioritize agent compensation over your returns. In particular, do not use investment-heavy whole life insurance as a primary savings vehicle for a child. These products are expensive, opaque, and typically underperform low-cost index approaches over long horizons. Do not delay getting money invested while you search for the perfect solution. Early contributions are more impactful. Finally, keep fees low, because costs compound against your results. Before we continue, a quick disclaimer. This content is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial, tax, or legal advice. Your circumstances are unique, so consult a qualified professional before implementing any strategy. Quiz time. The question is, which account offers tax-advantaged growth and tax-free withdrawals when used for qualified education expenses? The options are 1. 529 Education Savings Plan. 2. UGMA Custodial Account. 3. UTMA Custodial Account. And 4. A regular taxable brokerage in a parent's name. You may pause the video now to consider your answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section. The correct answer is the 529 Education Savings Plan. It is designed for education expenses and can provide significant tax advantages when used for qualified costs. Here is the second quiz question. If you cannot decide between a 529 and a custodial account today, what is the best immediate move according to this video? The options are 1. Wait until you have researched every detail before investing. 2. Open a low-cost investment account immediately and fund broad market index funds. 3. Buy an investment-heavy whole life insurance policy for the child. And 4. Keep gifts in cash until college to avoid market risk. You may pause the video now to consider your answer. We will review the answer in the next section. The correct answer is to open a low-cost investment account immediately and fund broad market index funds. Acting quickly captures compounding, and you can refine the account structure as your priorities become clearer. To summarize the essentials, start investing immediately so compounding can work for you. The 529 plan offers education-focused tax advantages and beneficiary flexibility. UGMA and UTMA accounts offer broad flexibility, but come with earlier child control and potential kiddie tax considerations. Keep your portfolio simple with low-cost index funds and automate contributions. Avoid high-commission products, especially investment-heavy whole life insurance, as a primary vehicle. With multiple children, use beneficiary strategies to keep funds productive within the family. Now, this mind map organizes the entire system. At the center is your child's financial future. One branch covers vehicle choice, including 529 plans, UGMA and UTMA accounts, beneficiary flexibility, and aid implications. Another branch addresses funding via seed gifts, automated contributions, and involvement from relatives. The investments branch highlights low-cost index funds, allocation design, periodic rebalancing, and fee control. The governance branch includes the age of control, goal-setting discussions, documentation, and a review cadence. Finally, the risk branch lists market volatility, the risk of misusing funds, and the danger of high-fee products. Before we wrap up, here is a quick playbook you can copy. First, open the appropriate account or accounts. Second, select low-cost index funds. Third, automate monthly contributions. Fourth, direct gifts into the investment account rather than leaving them as cash. Fifth, conduct an annual review and rebalance if needed. Sixth, document goals and responsibilities. For contributions, combine a birthday lump sum with monthly auto-investing, and invite relatives to contribute to the plan in place of disposable gifts. In closing, compounding rewards action rather than perfection. Choose the vehicle that aligns with your priorities, but do not wait to begin. Keep costs low, avoid high commission traps, and stay disciplined with automation and periodic reviews. Thank you for watching. If you found this plan useful, please like the video, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe for more content. Tell us in the comments which path you are choosing and what questions you want answered next.